there are 3 retirement plans. If you don't know what your retirement plan that you're in, there are 3 retirement plans that you could possibly be enrolled in. Either the non-contributory plan, the hybrid plan, or the contributory plan. And a lot of it would depend on when your membership date is. Your retirement benefits are based on your eligibility for retirement. The calculation of your benefit is based on 3 things. The multiplier, and the multiplier is contingent upon what plan you're in. So if you're in a non-contributory plan, its multiplier is 1.25%. If you're in a contributory plan, it is 2%. If you're in a hybrid plan, it's either 1.75% or 2%, depending on what your membership date is. So that's the first component of the calculation to determine your benefit. The second component is your years of service. And your years of service is dependent upon what's creditable for retirement purposes. So in the department, normally they give out 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of service on a service awards. So you either get, I believe you either get a certificate, you might get maybe like a pen or something of that kind, or a monetary award plus a certificate. That may not be your actual credited service, because you have to work at least 15 days in the month or be employed 15 days in a month to get credit for that month. Except for February, which is 14 days. So as an example, you could be employed through the month of September, but on leave without pay for 18 days of the 30 days within September. That means that you're only employed with a salary for 13 days. So September, you're not going to get credit for. Just like when the teachers went on strike, I believe in April 2001, they went on strike for 3 weeks. The teachers did not get credit for April. So there have been many times where people have come in thinking they got a 30-year service award, finished off the school year thinking they could retire because they had 30 years of service, when in fact they had 29 years and 11 months because they lost 1 month during the strike month. So that's the second component of the calculation. So it's a multiplier, years of service. The third component is what's known as your average final compensation. And that is either your 3 highest 12-month periods or your 5 highest 12-month periods. So it's either 3 years or 5 years. And it depends on your membership date again and what plan you're in. If your membership date is before July 1, 2012, then it should be 3 years and not 5. If your membership date is July 1, 2012 and after, then the average final compensation for you should be 5 years. Those 3 or 5 years or periods do not have to be consecutive. What has to be consecutive is the 12 months within each period. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that you took a position where your salary was highest in 2012. And it was from March 2012 until February 2012. So it doesn't have to be the calendar year. It can be 12 consecutive months. It can cross over from one year to the next, but it has to be 12 consecutive months. And the next period, instead of 2012 to 2013, could be from 2015 to 2016, depending on when raises kick in or if there are any pay reductions. So again, the periods don't have to be consecutive, but the 12 months within each period have to be consecutive. And the retirement system will calculate what your 3 or 5 highest periods are. So that is the calculation in terms of your benefit. Again, it's the multiplier times your years of service times your 3 or 5 highest, your average final compensation. That is what's known as the maximum allowance option. Each of the 3 plans have different options available to you when you retire, and you're going to have to choose one of those. The highest available is the maximum allowance, and that's the calculation that I gave you.